Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to cook some chicken foot soup. Here's a chicken foot. I've already prepared it. I've already cut the toes off. There are toes on this when you buy it from the store. So I've already cut it, I've already washed it, and it's ready to go to start cooking the soup. There are a few things I have on the counter. As you can see, I have a pepper, hot pepper, some carrots, some chocho, that's what we call it in Jamaica, a piece of yam, it's small, but we're cooking a small pot of soup, some Irish potato, that's what we call it in Jamaica, it's potato here. We have some pumpkins. This is what the pumpkin looks like before it's cut off, and I've already prepared it, cut it up, all of that stuff before we started filming. This is the cock soup. I like it. There's one that has a chicken flavored soup. I do like the cock soup because it has a little more yellowness to it. It's made by Grace. So this is gonna be added to the soup at the end to give it that nice flavor, okay? The first thing we're going to do, also we have the flour here that we're going to knead into a dough that is gonna also go into the pot to make that the meal, okay? The first thing we're gonna do is to add this to water. I have the pot on the stove already. I'm waiting to go. I have not turned on the water yet. So I'm going to put this in the pot and have it cook for just a little bit, and then I'm gonna start adding the other ingredients, okay? So meet me over at the stove. Hi, I'm at the stove and I have some water in the pot. I'm gonna add the chicken foot to it to start. Like I said, it's already washed and before we started. So make sure that you're washing everything before you do any cooking. We want to make sure that we have a clean meal. So washing everything is ideal. I'm gonna let this cook for just a little bit. Then I'm gonna come back and add some ingredients. But let's go back to the counter where I will show you cutting up the ingredients. Hi. The next thing that we need to add is the pumpkins, and I am going to cut it up so that we can add it to the pot so it starts cooking with the meat. The pumpkin is hard to cut, but I cut it up small because I like when it cooks fast. This needs to be dissolved into the soup so that you get that yellow look. That is what's gonna give it that yellow look. And because I'm cooking a small pot, I'm just putting not that much in because it serves my purpose to do just a small amount of pumpkin. But if you are doing a bigger pot, obviously you'll have more pumpkin than I'm doing. So it depends on how much soup or how much people you're cooking for. So this is cut. I'm gonna put it in my container right here. And I'm going to add this in the pot in a few minutes. I've already washed it, but I'm going to wash it once more before I put it in the pot so that we get that total clean pot. For now, while that's going on, the pot is boiling now. I'm gonna put the pumpkin in a few minutes, but I'm gonna take the time while I'm here just to start cutting up some of the other stuff. So I've cut the carrots already. So before I cut the chocho, I wanted to show you what it looks like. You can get it at any produce store, and you know, you can peel it any way you want to. I usually cut it in half before because I want to make sure sometimes I don't use all of it. So I usually peel it. And it's the outer skin right here that you peel off. Skin outside needs to come off like I'm doing. And there's a piece inside right here, it looks like a seed probably, that you take out. this is the part that you would put into the pot. I'm gonna peel both. I think I'm gonna put both in. I'm gonna peel both sides. Now, you don't have to cut it in half like I did. You can peel it all at once and just chop it up the way you want to. It's up to you. Mine, I like to cut it in half, take out the little seed inside before I peel it, and then I'll cut it up into the sizes that I want to go into the pot. So I'm gonna take out the seed, or whatever this is called, and that is it right there. I am going to chop this up also, just like I did with the carrot. You can go a little bigger on this one because this is not hard to cook in the pot. So you can cut it up as big as you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be cute. Just cut up some chocho if you want to. All right, the chocho is finished. Now I'm gonna move on to the potato, the Irish potato, and I'm gonna peel it. Now, Irish potato, you can use a potato peeler to do it. I don't. To me, that takes a longer time than just using a knife to cut it. And we're gonna peel these two. And we're gonna chop it up also. All of this, we're gonna put in the pot. We're gonna finish this later. I'll come back and I'll show you what everything looks like when it's all chopped up and ready to go. Hi, I'm at the pot. I'll go back to the chopping in a few minutes, but I wanted to add my pumpkin to the pot. I'm gonna add it right now. The only thing in the pot right now are the chicken foot and the pumpkin. So we'll come back. This is gonna cook for a little bit. Then I'll add the next ingredients. I'm gonna go back to cutting up what I need to put in the pot. Then we're gonna do the flour and combine everything. See you over at the counter. I have just finished cutting the potato, the chocho, and the carrot. I'm just gonna put them in a container because I need to wash them before I put them in the pot. And I'm just gonna put them over here. Then I'm gonna peel the yam also. And the last thing we're gonna do is to do the dumplings, the flour. We are ready to do the yam. Now, yams are very itchy, so I want you guys to pay attention when you're peeling yams because it's a very itchy vision. So don't put it next to your skin or else you'll be itching all day. All right? The yam is right here. This will be added. I'm gonna slice it later. Put it in the pot along with everything else, okay? See you over at the pot. I'm gonna add a few more things, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the dumplings. Hi, the pot is cooking with the chicken foot and the pumpkin. I'm gonna let the pumpkin cook out a little bit before I add the other ingredients. Now I'm going to do the flour. As before, I think I showed you when I was doing the stew peas how to do this, but I'm going to start it and then show you the finished product. All you need is obviously some water and the flour, and you knead it into a dough. And what I'm going to do is make some spinners and put it into the pot. Hi everyone, so I've just completed making the dough. This is the dough that's gonna go into the pot. As spinners, I probably do a big dumpling too, but this is what the dough looks like when it's all kneaded and ready to go. Right now, we're gonna go over to the pot and add some of the ingredients that I just cut up, and then we'll have that cook for a little while, put the dumpling in, have that cook, and then we're ready to cook it down. So let me wash my hands and I'll see you over at the stove. I am at the stove, showing you the ingredients that I cut up before, which is what I'm going to add to the pot. The pumpkin is cooking nicely. It is going to be dissolved by the time we're ready to put in that noodle at the end. So let me just scrape everything in that I cut up. See how colorful that is? Pumpkin, carrot, and chocho. I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit, and then I'm gonna add the yam and the dumplings into it. Hello again. Soup is boiling nicely. It's turning yellow, as you can see. The pumpkin is starting to dissolve. Next thing I'm going to add is a piece of yam. The yams that I cut up before. I'm going to add it in the pot. Let that go. Let it cook. And I'm going to start getting the dumplings ready to go in. Alright, see you in a minute. Hi everyone. The soup is cooking nicely. All those vibrant colors popping out. I'm about to add the dumplings in. I'm gonna make spinners from this. It's gonna be a little bit bigger than when I was doing the stew peas. It's gonna be a little bit bigger than that, but not much. So this is what I'm making. Put in there. That way you have a bite-sized dumpling you can eat once it goes into the pot. So all I'm doing is pretty much taking a piece and roll it in and put it into the pot. We call them spinners. And if you want, you can also put bigger dumplings in. It's totally up to you what you want to do. I'm gonna probably make a big one myself. But for the most part, when I cook, I like to put a lot of spinners in because it's bite-sized. You get a little bowl and everything fits into the bowl. I'm gonna make this as fat as I can. Put them in and we're good to go. Hi, so I have a little piece left, so I'm gonna make a bigger one just to show you what the bigger one looks like. All I do is put the dough in like that and then pat it with my hand. Got a small dumpling right there. Put that in the pot. Right now, everything that needs to be in the pot is in the pot to cook right now. I'm gonna let it cook for a little while, and then I'm gonna come back and add the other ingredients to cook it. The scallion, the thyme, the noodles, and some seasoning for taste, and then the soup will be ready to be served. So right now, it's just we're going to go through the cooking process of getting everything combined and everything cooked and soft, and then the noodle goes in. So we will see you back in maybe another 5 or 6 minutes. Hi everyone. So the pot has been cooking for a little while. It's about ready for me to add the scallion, the thyme. Pepper is not going to go in right this minute, so I'm just going to cut off the top of the scallion. As before, I've already washed it. So what I usually do is take the back of the knife and beat it all the way down. If you want to cut off excess, that's fine, but I'm going to beat it all the way through. I'm going to take that and the thyme, and I'll meet you over the stove. Oh, look at that. Look at how nice and yellow the pumpkin is. Almost cooked out entirely. Food is almost cooked or already cooked. So now I'm gonna add the scallion. I just showed you how I beat it with the back of the knife, and the thyme to the pot. I'm gonna let that cook for a minute. Then I'm gonna add the noodle to it and some powdered seasoning. So let that cook for just a minute or so, and then you can come back and put the noodle in. See you in a minute. Hello, I'm back. The scallion and the thyme is cooked nicely. So now's the time for the main ingredient, and that's the noodles. I'm gonna add this pack in. All you need is 1 pack and you're good to go. We'll stir it a little bit. Just a little bit. And I have some powdered seasoning, some Larry's, some black pepper, and all of that powdered seasoning that I put together. Just gonna put it in, give that nice taste to it. Now, I suggest that when you're doing any soup that you taste it along the way. Once you put the noodle in, just to make sure that it has that right taste. But as you can see, look how rich and nice this is. Winter is coming. I know it's gonna get cold and you're gonna need soup to soothe you. So this would be a nice soup for you to do. It's not hard to do. It's just putting the ingredients in, putting the noodle that's pre-made for you in it, seasoning it up nicely. And the last thing I'm going to add is my pepper. So I'm gonna add my pepper. Don't pop the pepper because a lot of people do not like spices. People in the house don't like spices. So I just put the pepper in it for flavor. I'm going to turn it down so the noodles and everything can cook down into it. And then when we come back, I'll show you plated on the table, okay? Thank you. As always, subscribe, like, and hit that comment button. If you want me to cook anything that I haven't done yet, please let me know and I'll accommodate. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes to plate this. And as always, bon appetit. Hi everyone. Hi again. The soup is cooking really good. I can serve it now if I wanted to, but for me, I like a little bit of thicker soup. It's gonna go down for me just a little bit more, but I wanted to show you how it got yellow with the pumpkin and all of that. And this is what it should look like. A nice chicken foot soup, small pot, just for your family. And once this is done, I'm gonna plate it. Like I said, if you want to serve it at this point, you can. The soup is nice and ready to go. But I'm gonna let it go down just a little bit more for me because I like a thicker soup. But at this point, it's pretty much ready to serve. Once I'm ready to serve it, I'll show you on the plate and we'll be ready to eat. See you in a few minutes. Hi everyone, my soup, my chicken foot soup is done. As you can see, I poured it into a bowl. The pepper is right here, cooked out a little bit. I got chicken foot in here, galore. I got a piece of yam. I got some chocho, carrots, all of that is in there. The scallion, the thyme is piping hot. I'm gonna have this for my dinner, me and my daughter. And as always, like and subscribe. If you need to see more content, please comment below and let me know what you would like me to cook next. As I said before, this meal is a good meal for a Saturday afternoon or Friday afternoon if you don't want to have a big rice and peas and all that stuff. When in doubt, go with the chicken foot soup. As I said before, some people can put corn in it and all that stuff. I like it the way that I cook it. So, as always, from my table to yours, have a good day and bon appetit.